got you. I got you. I got you. I got you, Jackie Chan. Your mother.
I'll let you decide who won. What's going on, YouTube? We're back. We're back with another one. This time, we're going to be listening to an old song by Eminem called Bully. Now, this song was a diss track to Benzino and Ja Rule. And, I don't know, it was a toughie. This was a toughie. So, let's check it out. I love this beat, man. Very ominous.
Yo, check it out. It's fucked up, cause I don't see either one of us budging.
Neither one of them budge.
I'm withholding my anger, though I'd like to be the strangler of this punk-ass little pussy's puny neck. It's my right to insist that he acknowledge my existence, but he just displays complete lack of respect. That's what he says to himself as he uses magazines to trash me as he sits with both his feet up at his desk.
Alright, so he's talking about Benzino. Obviously, Benzino was the co-owner of a little old magazine called The Source. Now, The Source was known to be the Bible of hip-hop back in the day. And it had this rating system to let people know whether an album was good or not. And they started at 1 mic, means it was trash, and they went all the way up to 5 mics, meaning it was a classic. Well, on Eminem's album, they gave him 4 out of 5, which Eminem thought he was robbed, and there was a reason Eminem thought he was robbed, and he believed that reason was because he was white. So that didn't sit well with Eminem or Eminem's people, so that's how it started.
Smokes a bag of his weed and starts imagining things, and he just can't see that he's manically depressed. And in his jealousy and envy, it just whirls him in a frenzy as he turns on MTV and sees my face. He don't exist in this world, so he just twists and he twirls, spirals and spins till he hurls himself into rage. And it's destroying him slowly, cause he does not even know me, even though he sees me everywhere he goes.
Alright, so that was true. Like, you know, at the time, Eminem was like on top of the music scene. You know, it had to make Benzino very, very jealous, because every time you turn on the TV, you saw Eminem or something related to Eminem. Something was going on with him at the time, because he was, you know, very controversial. He was on top of the rap game at the time. You know, it couldn't have sat well for Benzino, who was trying to destroy Eminem. It's ironic that he was the oppressor, he was the aggressor, and he's the one that's having trouble paying his rent nowadays. It's horrible, man. He should have stopped while he was ahead.
So he just tortures himself. He has no fortune and wealth, so he extorts someone else to get his dough. And now he's acting like a bully, so he tries to push and pull me, but he knows that he can't fool me, so he's mad. He has no choice but to scream and raise his voice up at me, cause it annoys him to see that I ain't scared. You ain't no motherfucking bully.
Alright, yeah. You know, he ain't got no fortune and wealth. Basically, you know, his magazine was going under. So going to M, he thought he would be able to create a payday for himself with the publicity, just feeding off Eminem's name. So yeah, he basically buried himself. You know, he went after Eminem, expecting to get publicity and fame and more attention than he's ever got. And he did, but he didn't become famous. You know, he went down in infamy. So he basically buried himself.
That I ain't scared. You ain't no motherfucking bully. 9 pounds to no motherfucking bully. I won't allow it, ain't gon' cower to no bully. I'll be damned if I don't stand up to a bully. Fight like a man and throw my hands up to a bully. And I know it must be fucking with you emotionally.
Now we're getting into Ja.
Now I'm not trying to make no more enemies no more, unfortunately. There's so many other motherfuckers that just are. They just keep hounding at me now that I'm down with 50. Suddenly now I got beef with this faggot Ja.
Yeah, M basically inherited that beef. 50 Cent had a pre-existing beef with Ja Rule before he even signed with Shady. He brought the beef with him, and Eminem, being loyal to his friend, hopped in on it.
That's such a puppet, or could shove his whole head up and then just make him say what he wants him to say. But shook as Herb on a string, and Herb so nervous that he says anything to this man to keep him at bay. So now Ja thinks that he's so tough, and Murder Inc.'s the big bad wolf, and they gon' huff and puff and blow our label down. But our building's made out of bricks, so you ain't taking out shit, and dog, you just did a song with Bobby Brown.
At the time, Ja Rule, Murder Inc., and Eminem and Shady, Interscope, Aftermath, they were both, you know, the juggernauts of the rap game at the time. I'll let you decide who won.
Now you try to pull the race card and it backfires in your face hard, cause you know we don't play that black and white shit. Plus the stylist you fuck when you was ecstasy up was just a man who's dressed up as a white bitch.
Oh, alright, I forgot about that. Alright, so in an old DMX interview, DMX had mentioned that he had some inside information that Ja Rule had sex with one of his stylists, and the stylist was a man. The stylist supposedly gave him some ecstasy, and that's all it took to get him to have sex with Ja Rule. So that was rough, man. That was rough.
Big L got blasted away, plus we lost Bob, Snake Tongue, and Freaky Ty.
What's crazy about that is Jam Master Jay, yeah, he passed in, I believe 2002. I may be wrong about that, but I believe it was around 2002. But here's what's crazy. Big L, Bugs, who else we got? Slang Tongue, and Freaky Ty. Alright, Big L, we all know who Big L was. Bugs was one of the founding members of D12. And Slang Tongue was in the Outsiders. Freaky Ty was a rapper in a group called the Lost Boys with Mr. Cheeks. They all were murdered, taken from us in the year 1999. Every one of them. Like I said, besides Jam Master Jay, which was taken from us a few years later, everyone else in that list was taken from us in the year 1999. So, kind of fucked up, but just a little fact I throw out there.
It's like a never-ending cycle that just seems to come full circle. Everybody's gotta be so fucking hard. And I'm not excluding myself, cause I've been stupid as well. I've been known to lose it when someone says something smart. But as we grow as men, we learn to let shit go. But then again, there's only so much bullshit we can really stand. We all got reps to uphold. When someone steps on our toes, it's no exception, it goes for every man.
Alright, so yeah, he's talking about there like, hip hop used to be, about competitiveness, who had the best lyrics, rhymes, metaphors, punchlines, the best delivery. And then somewhere along the lines, disses were introduced and it started getting a little personal and started pouring over from just entertainment and music to, actual beef in the streets. So, come on, man. I mean, we lost the greatest hip-hop artist of all time, Tupac. I mean, what would the world be like today if we had never lost Tupac? I mean, really. I mean, in my mind, he'd be president. So.
If Earth really gave a fuck about Ja like he claims he does, wake him up and make his boy get off them drugs. But he just keeps feeding him pills, so if that E doesn't kill him, someone from G-Unit will, and I ain't buzzed. Dog, I'm talking to you straight. If the situation escalates any worse, we're gonna lose another soldier to this game. And if I get killed for this rap, I got $1 million in cash that says I will get you back in Haley's name.
Alright, if Irv really gave, a fuck about Ja back then, except for just him being a money cow, he would have, helped him get off of the ecstasy. I mean, he would have helped him get into rehab and shit. But you know, in a way, it's kind of hypocritical for Eminem to talk shit about Ja Rule's pill problem when at the same time Eminem was struggling with his demons. He had the same type of, you know, problem. He had a pill problem. So, but you know, hey, it's a diss and all bets are off. But yeah, and he also says, hey, if y'all do happen to get him, if you do happen to kill him, he has an insurance policy to where he will get you back, no matter what it costs. If he's dead and gone from this world and you guys did it, then he will get you back. So, yeah.
You ain't no motherfucking 9 pounds from the motherfucking I won't allow it, ain't gon' cower to no I'll be damned if I don't stand up to her Fight like a man and throw my hands up to her Irvin, get your boy up off that Get at me though, holler
Yep. So that was it, man. That was Bully by Eminem. A straight up hard diss to Benzino and Ja Rule. We all know what happened at the end. Obviously, Eminem won the war. Benzino is having trouble paying his rent these days.
And then, I mean, this has been going on for a while. Nobody, the fix men, nobody likes her.
And Ja Rule is, you know, doing commercials for, you know, local food chains.
Papa Cristo's food is so good, it make you want to slap your mama.
So, yeah, it's embarrassing for them two. You know, that, you know, Benzino is the one who was the aggressor in that situation. He's the one who started it. And look where he is now. You know, karma will catch up with you. But anyways, if you guys like this video, I'd appreciate it if you hit that like button. Maybe subscribe if you're interested in seeing my upcoming videos. I promise to keep on pushing out content. But hey, man, I appreciate it. I'll catch you guys next time. I'm out.